Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Jen. Today I'm playing some Pokemon Ruby version on the PC. Been wanting to play this game for such a long time. It is literally my childhood game. We're going to be playing it on the PC with an Xbox One controller, which is something very new for me, as I'm used to playing it on the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color, and then eventually was onto the DS for Pokemon Diamond. We have got a little cheat button which you push in this button and everything is fast forwarded. Right, let's put in my name. So yeah, everything you can fast forward on the PC, which makes everything so much faster, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, so I started off on Pokemon Sapphire, and yeah, it was just I fell in love with it straight away. And then I never played Ruby all the way through. I know they're pretty much the same game, but each game has sort of region-specific Pokemon to the game, which is pretty sweet. So let's go change the time on our clock without fast-forwarding it too much so we go back downstairs. So the time is 20 past 2. So let's go to 20 past 2, which is here. That is the right time. But yeah, I've played all of the games except from the first Pokemon Green ever made in Japan, and the newer DS games, which I just didn't really have interest in playing until Sun and Moon come out. X and Y looks pretty cool. Haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna get an emulator on the PC in a couple of days that's actually working. Not gonna give me a virus, which will be pretty sweet. Oh, keep doing it. Oh no, I did it again. Come on, Jay. Come on. I speak to May, introduce who we are, walk into some girl's room. That's just weird. Like, you wouldn't walk into someone's house and be like, yeah, I'm your neighbour, let me go see your daughter. Weird. Weird guy. I know we're probably only like 10 or 11 in this game, but still. Okay, right, this is where we choose our first Pokemon. So I Snapchatted my bro earlier called Max, and I asked him what should I choose, because I thought, let me have just a little quick run through of the game, see if it all works and the frame rate's cool. So I Snapchatted him. So I've got a Snapchat reply from about 6 minutes ago. We're going to open the Snapchat. Torchic. We've got to choose Torchic just because Max said. Plus it was actually my first Pokemon I ever chose. On Sapphire, so that's just an even better reason just to pick it. Let's scratch this Poochyena to death and save Professor Birch. Right, back to his lab. Back to the lab again. And I would love this Pokemon. So originally my Pokemon was called Batty. Don't ask me why. I think my dad named it as like a joke. Obviously Batty means bum, arse, big butt, big booty bitches, and I've just pretty much told him that I'm extremely happy to conquer his own dreams. Really, he's sat in a lab and he wants me to fulfill his dreams of becoming the Pokemon Master. So I'm pretty much collecting all the data for him. You know how the Pokemon games are. They're all the same at the beginning, about the research in the Pokedex. But yeah, I'm going to use this fast forward to my advantage and level up. But now I'm on 5 health, I need to go get healed. So if you didn't know, you could actually go back to your old Marge's house and actually get her to heal you. Don't really want to know how that works, but it works. So I'm going to use the fast forward to my advantage to get to about level 9. So we're going to keep scratching everything to death. In hopes that we can get to about level 9. That's what I usually get to, level 9 or 10, before I actually go and fight May. That's what we're literally just about to go and do. So yeah, this fast forward comes in so much handy on the PC, and it's sweet that I'm actually using the controller too, because I can literally sit back in my chair and actually enjoy playing it, instead of sort of hunching over like this, like on my keyboard, where I can literally just sit here and literally just enjoy playing, really. We're on 9 health. I'm sure we can survive a couple more hits. We'll move on to this part. some would say this is cheating and defeating the whole point of Pokemon. I say otherwise. I say this is time effective and efficient. Also while healing your Pokemon too. But if I go down, not into options. Actually, yes, I do need options. Let's go fast. If I go into this, and it says my playtime 25 minutes. I haven't been playing for 25 minutes, but I've been using the skip. So whatever time you'd be using, sort of with a fast forward, still gets counted in. It's just the emulator. So really, I haven't been playing for 25 minutes. But in your total time added up, it'll be well weird to see how much like you've actually skipped. But yeah, it doesn't really defeat the whole point of Pokemon in my eyes. Actually, we will go to level 10. We may as well. I probably will tone down the fast forwarding a bit, like once we get past this bit. I'll probably only use it for battles and for training my Pokemon off camera, which I like to do when I used to have my old channel about 3 years ago. I'd like train my Pokemon, but I'd do it too much. Like, I'd beef them up so much, and by the next video they'd be like level like 40, and I'd be like, fuck. Now it looks like I've just grinded out like a whole session when they were just on like level 30. They've gained like 10 levels in the past, like from video to video. Sometimes I won't do it. It just depends if I have spare time and like we've got a gym battle coming up. Right, level 10 and Ember, bang. Let's heal up one more time before we go fight May. Bam. Okay, yeah, this fucking fast forward is getting a bit irritating now. And here we go, the battle with May, the first ever time. And she's just creeping in the corner with her Pokédex, with her legs turned in. Right. Let's focus our energy and get pumped. Not go in my bag, because there's nothing there for you to get in my bag. Use an Ember. I probably should use a Scratch really. There we go. Scratch is the way forward. And we defeated May, because we are a bunch of G's. And back to the lab again. We're probably going to go meet Eminem, because he's back in the lab. Haven't seen that guy come out of the lab for a couple of years now. But, there we go. Get in the door. Get in the bloody door. So, basically I just snatched the Pokédex off of my G, Professor Birch, and grabbed some Pokeballs. I'm doing this in a bit fast motion because I hate the first bit of every Pokemon game. It's all the same, it's all repetitive. You get your running shoes, and then you're off on your journey. So this is where the journey actually begins. On the way to the next city. Well, town really. Our dad literally works up the road from us, but he's never at home. He just likes to kip in the gym. Could never understand why. It's probably cheating on my mum. But there we go. Right, let's go fight these trainers. Because, yes, you should never back down. Jesus Christ, really? I played this through, right? Got to level 10. Did exactly the same, right? And I was getting one hits. Like, the stats in these Pokemon actually make a difference. But as a kid, I never knew anything about, like, stats and shizzle like that. But it actually all adds up. I really don't want to evolve by the time I get to this like next city. Maybe I want a bit overkill with a level 10. Oh well. Killing down them Wurmples. There's just going to be a whole graveyard of Wurmples just chilling. Screw you, Poochyena. Oh, and your Taillow, yes. I would like a Taillow for my team actually. I've been thinking through about my team and the team I have on Sapphire. Let's grab these berries. If I'm correct, these are Auron berries here. Yes, they are. We will be needing those. We're going to fight you as well, little girl. Last Tiena. Well, say goodbye to your Zigzagoon. And your other Zigzagoon. You are now Zigzagoonus. Damn it, Wurmple. Get out of my face. Right, I think I'm going to end the video here. I know what's coming next. We're about to go see Wally in my dad's gym. Take him for a little tour, catch him a route, and then boom. So I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. This is the second time I've tried to record this video because the audio wasn't working, so I had to move my mic from up here on the stand down to here in front of my mouth. Don't really know what's going on with it. probably going to sort out that problem before the next video. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.